How to not go crazy in the holidays? If this is a question that you ask yourself every single time, then I've got some practical tips for you. So imagine this. Imagine that it is the first day of the holiday and you are relaxed because everything that you have done is in order. You've cleaned the home, you have put everything in place. Everybody was fed the previous night, and you went to bed thinking that you, as a mom, you can relax and you can actually sleep in a little bit. But wait, the moment that you wake up, and it's later than your usual schedule, you get up and things are out of place. Everything is out of place. Everybody is hungry. Everybody is thirsty. And here's the worst part, you haven't even had a shower yet. There may not be time to take a shower. And you haven't even put on some makeup or done your hair or the things that you usually do to get you started before the rest of your household wakes up, right? So, and then the cherry on top, there's a knock at the door. And when you ask somebody to open the door because you are not ready for guests yet, it's your friends of your children that came to play. And there goes your day. Whatever you had in mind is it's not gonna go that way. Come on, let's be honest. We've all had those days, especially in the holidays. You know what? It is easy to handle meal planning and cooking and baking when you're the only person in the house and everybody else is either at work or at school. But let's be serious, it doesn't work that way. We do not live alone. We share our homes with the people that we love the most. So then, how in the world do we not go crazy? How do we not feel like we're losing it and things are spiraling out of control? And I'm not just talking about the kitchen and the mountain of dishes that you now have to clean. I'm talking about everything else. And I think this is really important because as a mom, we always take care of other people first. We take care of our children, we take care of our husbands, and we do it because we love them so very much. But sometimes, if you walk past the mirror and you see someone that you don't recognize, so here's what we do. The routine that you have during the school times or during the working times, that routine of waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and making sure that you spend time reading your Bible, that you spend time praying and talking to God, um, or that you just spend time, exercising and or reading or doing whatever it is that you have to do in order to be an okay mom, to know that these important things are taken care of, for you to have a good day. Usually, we have a routine like that. A routine where we know it's got to work, it's got to flow, there's got to be a system. A routine of planning your meals ahead of time, of taking chicken out to defrost ahead of time. We do certain things when we know we're going to have a busy day. But sometimes during the holidays, we think that maybe, this is a holiday, like a mom holiday too. Maybe we just need to figure out a way to make things flow without feeling like we're actually going crazy. So, how do we do that? Well, the best thing to do is to maintain your system. All right. So, if your system includes these things, when your days are really busy, when you plan what your meals will look like ahead of time, then here's what you can do. Keep that same system going for the holidays. So, what does that mean? Does that mean you have to wake up earlier? Wait, does it mean that you have to wake up before the rest of the house? Well, if it is important to you to take care of these things that you know you want to get done every single day, then yes, get up earlier if you have to. If it's an hour earlier, then you do it. If it's 3 hours earlier, then you do it. If it means that you need to get to bed earlier at night, that's doable too. So here's the tip. You keep your system. If you need to adjust it a little bit, then you adjust it. And if you can take an hour away and sleep a little later, an hour later and still get done what you have to get done, then you do that. But now here's the other question. What if? What if something happens and you oversleep and you didn't get to what you wanted to do? Or the schedule that you had set out for the day um, doesn't go the way that you thought it would go. You've got a sick child, we know that anything can happen, right? What do you do then if your whole system is thrown out the window or it got up and it walked away? Because we know these things do happen. What do you do then? Well, it may be better to have a system, to have a plan, than to not have a plan or a system or direction when things like this happen. So you take it as it comes. You tackle these challenges and we do it gracefully and we do it lovingly instead of full of resentments, instead of having resentment inside. So the thing is, the next day, the plan continues. You would continue your plan and you would do it again. Because if your system works and you've got your structure and you know that for, I'm sorry, that for 4 out of the 5 days, your system was working, your system was running. You exercised for 4 out of the 5 days. You had a chance to 3 out of the 5 days or 4 out of the 7 days, your system worked really well, then that is a win because you've got direction, you've got order, you've got a plan here. Because order is amazing, it is a blessing. And planning is another gift. It's something that we can, learn to cherish and to appreciate. So the other question, the question that we really have to ask ourselves is when do you get to rest? If you have to get up at the crack of dawn, if you have to get up before everybody else, if you have to get up with the birds during the holidays, when are you going to have time to rest? Because we do need rest too. So hopefully your system includes involving your household in what has to be done, in inviting your children into sharing the responsibilities in the home, and knowing that you do not have to do everything yourself. More people means more work, which means we would need more hands to maintain everything. It's okay to ask for help. It is okay to not do everything yourself, to allow others to help you, to be not to take away the privilege of responsibility, of learning responsibility from our children, because responsibility really is a privilege and it is amazing. So if you need to take an afternoon nap when the children are playing outside or when they are supervised, of course, or if they are, at a friend's house, or if your husband took them out of the house, then you can take that afternoon nap. Even if you can't even fall asleep, if you rest and you lay down for half an hour or an hour, then you do that because a healthy mom is the best kind of mom to take care of her family and to take care of her household because it is a joy. It really is a joy to be a mother, to be a wife, to be able to be the one that makes things run. The one who manages the kitchen, the one who knows where everything is, the one who finds stuff, the one who helps and nourishes, not nourishes, maybe nurtures and comforts, and the one who teaches, and the one who prays. So if you have no system right now, if you take things day by day, but you feel that there is a need for you to incorporate a system, to figure something out, then you can, of course, ask for advice. Ask an aunt, ask your mother, ask your grandmother, do a little bit of research, or sit down, ask the Lord to give you wisdom to run your household in a way that works for your family because we don't want to feel angry and frustrated and overworked and tired all the time. It doesn't have to be that way. And if that is where you are right now, this is a message of hope, of encouragement that you can figure it out. There is a way, there is hope. It can change. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to beat yourself up for when things spiral out of your control. So I hope that your holidays will be amazing. That if you stay home, that you've got a system that runs, that works, and if you haven't defrosted dinner yet, then take something out and defrost it. And it's the exact same thing counts for meals. In the mornings, include include it in your plan. What is for dinner tonight? You can do it a week ahead. Perfect. Imagine if you could do it for the whole month or for the whole holiday. Because when we've got a plan, when we've got direction, when there is structure, we just feel so much better. If we've got direction, the house has got direction. So it is absolutely wonderful. I hope that you enjoy managing your home, being a mother, being a wife, and may you discover how wonderful the wisdom and guidance of the Lord is during the years where your home is maybe where it maybe feels chaotic or overwhelming. And maybe the chaos that we experience in our home, maybe that is actually the real blessing. The blessing, a blessing because we get to learn how to manage these things. We get to learn or we practice to be creative and to think outside of the box and sometimes inside of the box. It is amazing what we learn about the people in our family, what we learn about ourselves. It is a big blessing to learn and to grow. So may you enjoy it. May you enjoy learning and growing, and may you just enjoy your home and figuring out a system that works for you this holidays.